Welcome, Mr. Gnome, and welcome to this market update. Today we're going to take a look at a technical view of Bitcoin, where is it headed in the short term, looking at the charts, and we're also going to factor in the fundamental analysis of Bitcoin, basically what our whale's doing. We're going to take a look at some of the recent news and so on and so forth. So obviously the big news right now is Germany. And why is Germany important is because the German government, which was holding about 3 billion or $3.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, they suddenly started to sell Bitcoin, as you can see in this chart. You can see from June, roughly 19th, until today, they have sold roughly 9 or 10,000 Bitcoin already from their wallets. So this is creating sell pressure for the markets, new supply basically entering the markets. And how Germany got this Bitcoin was that they were confiscating the Bitcoin. I don't remember exactly how, but it's basically confiscated Bitcoin from some illegal activity. I just don't remember what it was. Anyway, they had now started selling it. As you can see here, some people were saying that no, they are actually buying Bitcoin once again. And this was not actually buying Bitcoin. It was because the order price was not filled. So that's when they started to sell Bitcoin once again here. And that's where you can basically see that the price plummeted here. Their sell price wasn't met. So then they reordered it, and now they started to sell it once again after price has went up. So this is one reason when Bitcoin price is going up, we are seeing a sell pressure, because this remaining 40k Bitcoin is most likely going to be sold as well. Another key thing to note right now is that Mt. Gox, which is the old exchange, they have about 140,000 Bitcoin as well. They are also trying to get rid of their Bitcoin by giving it to the people who are whose money was stuck in the bankruptcy of Mt. Gox. So that is also going on, and the date when all of this Bitcoin is supposed to be given to the creditors, to the customers, is October 31st. So basically until that time, we have another supply, 140,000 Bitcoin, which will be entering the market. And maybe some people will sell it, maybe some people will hold it. It seems like the narrative is that at least 50% of the people will be selling their Bitcoin. So let's assume that 70,000 Bitcoin is going to be sold. So we have a situation where we have currently 40,000 Bitcoin coming from Germany. I don't know if they're going to sell everything or not, and let's say at least 70,000. So let's round it to at least 100,000 Bitcoin is going to be entering the market from here until the end of October. So that is going on at the same time as we have a situation where the global liquidity is drying up, and we need new global liquidity for markets to push for new highs. So at the same time, we're basically being squeezed from two sides. We're being squeezed by the new supply entering the market in Bitcoin, as well as we are not seeing new currency units being or coming to the market as fast as we obviously would want. So that's basically causing the sell pressure for Bitcoin. So, but this is a temporary phase. Eventually this will phase out. So what I've been telling you guys is basically by September or October, by that time, that most likely going to be the bottom for the markets, and then we are starting to see a new paradigm shift. And the reason is, when we take a look at the RSI here, we can already see it on the charts that this line will be broken at some point, even maybe end of August. By the start of September, this will be broken to the upside. And once this is broken to the upside, then we are suddenly in a new paradigm where we can suddenly start expecting new highs and new lower lows. I mean, new higher lows, new higher highs. So that's basically my expectation right now in the like a larger term. But in the short term, we are basically, or I've started to make some trades. So one trade that I made here, I will show it to you guys in leverage. And this is just something that I'm just dipping into. I haven't done leverage trading basically since 2019 when I got liquidated. And that's when I just went full in on altcoins. because that didn't work out for me back then. But recently, it seems like I've been able to manage to make a lot of correct calls on the Bitcoin price in the short term. That's why I started to do leverage trading on Bitcoin as well. So I'm just dipping my toes into this one. So what I did is I had a short position here at what is this low here, 56,500 roughly. That's where I started my short position. I had another short position here at 59,500, basically at this low here, which did not get filled. And I had a stop loss above it, 60,500. So my first order got filled. It went to this level here, and then I closed the trade. I was supposed to close the trade here at 54,200, but that did not get filled, or 54,220 did not get filled. So I made a market sell order right about 55,100, and that was the trade here. I will show you the profit. So I made a profit of roughly $177, and from this the fees got removed. So $170 is basically my end profit for that trade that I mentioned in the previous video. So I'm not just boasting here, I'm just explaining what I'm doing here. And for this trade, I was using the what is this? The Binance futures, but I'm probably gonna start using Bybit from now on. But please let me know in the comments, for you guys who have been doing leverage trading for longer periods of time. Let me know what is the best platform for leverage trading, so I might actually convert over to that one. So I haven't moved any funds over to Bybit yet, so I'm still kind of waiting for your input. What is the best leverage exchange right now? So anyway, that's something just I'm doing with my money. But back to the charts here. Where are we headed next? So as you can see from this chart here, we did have the bullish divergence on the chart here, which signaled me that we had this bullish momentum. But unfortunately, we did not even get to the top of this channel here, which I thought we might get to. We already got stomped to the downside here. And when we take a look at the chart here, you can see that this is the level where we just had like a perfect retest of this resistance line, and now we're headed backwards. So now we basically have to expect that this line here will not be broken in any time soon. So what we basically are expecting is that we're trying to hammer this bottom line here. But right now I don't want to make any more trades until we have a confirmation that we are actually headed lower. So a good trade in the short term might be actually below this longer term trend line here to here. Below it you make a short position and you basically exit before this price here. So that's basically a trade you could be making in the short term, but as of now I'm not making any trades here. You could even make like a long position trade from here again back to the upper levels of this channel here, but currently I'm not making that trade, at least as of yet. In the short term, basically we have now this this channel here forming as well. So if we go and flip above this one, I don't think that's gonna happen. So you could make a short position from here as well. So just some ideas for you guys if you want to make some leverage trading plays or even spot trading plays. And at the bottom here, there's a couple of lines that are interesting. Obviously this line is interesting, but another one is from here to here, and we can extend it to the upside here. So this is basically the line that I'm not expecting to be broken. So these are gonna be the bottom. So if you can buy Bitcoin at these price levels, like a long positions, or just buy Bitcoin at these price levels, that will probably be a very, very good idea. And just long term, again, if you're accumulating Bitcoin, this line is probably gonna be very, very interesting going to the downside. So that's just some ideas for Bitcoin going in, just like short term, medium term ideas that I'm currently subscribing to. Now let's take a look at the fundamentals. And overall, when we take a look at the MVRV ratio, you can see that this is now below the center line here. So in my previous video, I showed you the MVRV chart, but I didn't explain it. So what it is market value to realized value. So what it takes is it takes the market cap of Bitcoin right now, and it compares it to the realized market cap of Bitcoin from the last 365 days. So essentially it calculates all of the times a Bitcoin has been moved for the last 1 year, and it averages the price of all of those trades into a realized market cap value. So it takes basically the value of Bitcoin and it divides it by the realized market cap, and it gives us an estimation of is most people holding a profit in Bitcoin or are they holding a loss. So whenever the number is higher than this central line, it basically tries to show you that most people are actually holding a profit, and when it goes below the line, it shows that most people are holding a loss. And usually when people are holding a loss, it means that they don't want to sell at a loss. Usually people want to sell at a profit. So now we are having this historical moment where we are below the line here. So in a bull market, when I showed you this in the previous video, in a bull market, let me see if this can actually refresh the page or not. Maybe I have to just refresh the page and let's see what happens. Okay, I have to go back here, chart layouts and Bitcoin metrics. Let's see if we can have a longer view here. Will it update? Finally it did. So in a bull market, when it goes to the center line here, that's usually a time where we will have a nice bounce to the upside, because that's usually when many people are like here. You can see this was a nice bottom. Here was a short time bottom. This was in a bear market, but still the midline showed us a nice time to actually bounce. But sometimes it can have this like extended pullbacks, and this is quite interesting because this is usually when you have a bear market bottom as well. So most people who want to sell at a loss have already sold at a loss, and there's basically no more sellers in the market, so the price has to go up. And also when you have an extended move to the upside here, that is basically signaling that many people are at a profit and they're basically looking to exit at a profit as well. So now we're at the central line here, so this is a significant thing. It may still dip below it, like it has happened here or here, or in some other areas as well. So it doesn't mean that it will immediately bounce, but now basically Bitcoin is moving to an area where if you are just accumulating Bitcoin long term, this is like one of the best times to start accumulating Bitcoin in increments. So that's basically what I just wanted to show you, that fundamentally Bitcoin is getting stronger, even though we have this short-term sell pressure for the next couple of months. Next up, let's actually go back and to the short term. So that's just the explanation. Don't expect me to explain this in every single video. I just wanted to explain it to you guys who were not using that before. So supply on exchanges, you can see that some people actually bought off the supply from this bottom already. So that has now exited the exchanges and entered into the private wallets. So there are people who are just accumulating this situation here, and over the weekend we haven't seen any new stablecoin minting, so we basically have to wait until tomorrow or the day after to basically see where stablecoin minting is headed towards. Something else here, obviously we want to take a look at what the whales are doing, and as you can see, the big whales, the orange whales, the biggest whales have not increased their positions, and you can see the small whales, those who have had 1,000 to 10,000 bitcoins inside their wallets, and those who have had 100 to 1,000 Bitcoin inside them, they have actually sold this pump as well. So that's one of the reasons why we basically also expect further downside. We have all of this sell pressure, and you can see that whales are not accumulating Bitcoin yet. So this is all of these things are basically causing, there's no enough demand for Bitcoin at these levels, it seems like, as well as we have new supply coming, which is also creating this sell pressure in the short term. So further downside in the short term looks very, very likely. We do not see new old wallets selling, so that's at least decent as of now. But we saw quite a bit of selling here, so it seems like further momentum to the downside is quite likely. Something else interesting here, we are seeing miners start to accumulate Bitcoin once again, at least just a little bit accumulation here, which is quite good as well. So short term, it still looks like we are headed further to the downside. Maybe we bounce here for a while and then we break to the downside. But all in all, in the medium term, down is basically where I see Bitcoin going. And overall, fundamentally long-term Bitcoin fundamentals look to get a lot stronger. And I gave you some ideas in the short-term price action as well. So that's basically the update I have for today. I don't have an update on altcoins really, but some altcoins are looking quite interesting, like Matic, like I told you before. So I don't want to overlook those, but I don't want to talk about them in this video right now because Bitcoin is driving the market right now. And usually when we are still headed downwards, altcoins aren't doing too good when Bitcoin is still headed downwards. So I don't want to give you false hope on altcoins. Some people wanted me to take a look at the price of Mendy, which I was talking about, so I'll just add it in this video as well. So Mendy, the price is looking a little bit sad. Just looking at the price here, you can see that this 15 cents was the actually. Do I want to talk about it? He had a nice bounce here, and then an immediate pullback. We are having a bullish divergence on the price, but we already had the price bump. I'm not currently trading Mendy, so if you find an exit opportunity, that might be decent. But you have to go to DeFi Llama, which I'm not going to go into right now. Maybe I shouldn't have talked about Mendy in this video. All in all, altcoins, like I told you before, I exited my altcoin positions a long time ago already. So currently, I'm not really that interested in altcoins, even though I am personally trading some altcoins with Bitcoin Pay as of now. I have a bot doing that with EasyBot. So for example, I have a Matic BTC trading pair with EasyBot going on right now, and this is turning a nice profit. So this is roughly, if I have to calculate it, how much is this? This is like $60 roughly in profit right now. I'm still holding a losing position, but the bot itself is making a profit, and eventually this whole position will flip into a profit as well. So I'm doing something like this on the background as well. I guess I'm just rambling too much. There's too much information going on for this one video. So maybe forget about Mendy and forget about altcoins for now. Maybe you want to trade it, but damn, I think I'm remaking the video. I don't know. I'll publish this video as it is. Sorry for rambling at the end. Anyway, that's it for this video. Hope you liked the video, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.